The old woman slid a plate in front of her. Biscuits sizzled, butter melted, and the air carried a sweetness Jane didn't know food could hold. "Looks like we got us a guest." The woman grinned. The old man chuckled. "That's right. We're making biscuits. You ready for a tea party too, doll?" Jane froze. Nobody had ever called her a guest. She lifted the biscuit, hands trembling, and the moment she took a bite, the tears came. Hot, unstoppable. But it wasn't the food that broke her. Life hadn't always been this kind. Before we go further, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe. You owe me that much. It's easy to see her smiling now and believe she'd always lived like this. But Jane's life hadn't been soft. It hadn't been gentle, and it hadn't been safe. She grew up in a house where voices were loud, hands were harsh, and love was something whispered about, but never shown. Every day was survival. She learned that kindness was rare and trust was dangerous. Some nights she dreamt of running away, of finding a place where shouting stopped. But dreams don't fill empty stomachs. She tried. Once, slipping out at night, only to be dragged back before morning. Another time, hiding in a neighbor's barn, caught, beaten, returned. Every attempt ended in pain. But hunger doesn't care about history. And Jane's hunger was louder than her fear. That night, she ran again. Barefoot, tired, clutching her growling stomach. The road stretched ahead, endless and dark. She didn't know where she was going, only that anywhere was better than where she'd been. Hours passed. Her legs burned. Her throat ached. Then, through the trees, she saw it. A farm. Rows of crops. A chicken coop. Her heart raced. She crept forward. Her fingers wrapped around a few eggs. Warm, fragile, like little promises she hadn't been given in years. For the first time in days, she thought, maybe I'll make it through tonight. But then a voice cut the air. "Somebody's in the garden. Should I get my rifle?" Jane froze. Her heart stopped. The old woman stepped from the shadows, eyes sharp. Jane braced for the scream, the slap, the punishment she always knew was coming. Instead, the woman said softly, "Wait, child. Don't run. Ain't nobody here gonna hurt you." Jane blinked. That wasn't how this was supposed to go. The woman stepped closer. "You look hungry," Jane stammered, clutching the eggs tighter. I'll pay you back." The woman smiled. "Ain't no need for that. Come inside. We'll make something real nice. Inside." Her chest clenched. Inside was where punishments lived. But the woman's eyes, they didn't threaten. They invited. The kitchen was warm. The smell of biscuits filled the air. Jane sat stiff at the table, certain it was a trick. The old man grinned. "Looks like we got us a guest." The woman set a plate in front of her, fluffy biscuits, honey glistening at the side. "Come on now, we're making biscuits. Ready for a tea party too, doll?" Jane's lips trembled. Nobody had ever called her a guest. Nobody had ever given her a seat at the table. She picked up the biscuit. Her hands shook. The moment she took a bite, soft, warm, sweet. The tears came. Because it wasn't the food that broke her. It was the love baked inside it. That night, Jane didn't just eat. She learned. That kindness wasn't always a lie. That sometimes strangers can give you what your own blood never could. A seat at the table. A name that wasn't an insult. A reason to believe in tomorrow. The farm became her refuge. The couple became her family. And Jane, once a starving, broken girl, began to bloom in the soil of their love. One act of compassion. That's all it took to rewrite the story of a life. Because sometimes the greatest gift isn't food. It's the radical act of saying, "You are safe here." So let me leave you with this. If you caught a frightened child stealing from you, what would you do?